Starting lesson 3, SketchUp wrench. Turn on this elevation for a minute and talk about something. We're going to create openings now in this house, and think about this, that there's a notion of a sill. These are terms you should know. The notion of a sill associated. A sill is associated with both a door and a window, right? The sill of a door is at 0, 0 elevation, or ought to be, if it's going to be very useful. This picture window probably has a sill of 2 or 3 feet, right? This one has a sill that's slightly higher. Etc., etc. We don't have that information about the rest of it, but we're going to make inferences about that. And then there's a head height, which are generally aligned. You normally are able, snapping to the red axis, but if I were to draw on the face, you see that the window heights, the head height of the windows line up, right? If I were to draw a line to there and then continue down here, that should be at the same elevation. The sill of that door ought to be flush with the interior floor of the house. So this house clearly has something of a not a patio, stoop. The word escapes me now. Let's turn this back on. It is drawn now, isn't it? No, it isn't drawn there. All right. So we need guides, and we need to make guesses about what the elevation of the sills and head height. Let's start with the window and door head height. We're guessing that door is 6'8" or 80 inches. I'm going to guess that it's 2 risers off the ground, 2 6. I'm going to guess that it's a foot off the ground. Okay, so there's a riser here of 6 inches and a riser to the door itself. So, double click this group and start to create those guides. Always snap to an edge, drag in the vertical direction 12. That's the sill of my door. Let's go in this direction 80 inches. That's my head height. Doesn't leave us much room, does it? But no matter. And then I can I'm going to draw these on the other sides. I could snap 12. Actually, the 12 inches isn't going to help me unless there's a back door or something, right? Next thing you do, because we have the drawing as an underlay, is switch to X-ray view. Somehow I can't see the image. Why? Because, let's see, view component, hide rest of model. Whoops. Close group. Something about the visual style we're going to have to let's go to a hidden line. Hidden line isn't going to show me the image. Let's see if this does. Okay, I'm going to pause this, solve that problem, and then explain how I solve it. Sorry about that. There's a step that I need to take in addition to this, and we have to create some kind of drawing that we could snap to. I forgot that when you're X-ray mode, brings you into any kind of edit mode, occludes a view of the image. So what we have to do, I'm going to close this group, is draw our best guess of, you know, where the walls and the window openings are on this picture of a drawing. It's not a drawing, it's a picture of a drawing. So what I'm going to do is hide my exterior walls for now. Go to a plan view. I'm going to copy the outlines I created in my exterior walls. So double click, and what I'm doing is selecting those edges, and I'm going to copy them to the clipboard. It's copying edges from the top of the drawing. So they're going to be at an elevation at the top of the walls. So I'll have to move them back down to the ground. Anyway, I want the drawing to align with what I've done so far. So let's close this group, hide exterior walls, double click this image, edit, paste in place. Those lines are currently up in the air. Let's just move them down. Blue axis. Oh, I didn't want to copy them. I think it was 8.6. 8.6. All right. So now the lines are on the ground. And we are going to, can't really read what's going on with that image. So we're going to try to draw along can't snap to the drawing either, so I'm going to draw one face. I think we said we're not drawing the stairs, so I'm just going to go past this. Making some extraordinary guesses where things are. We can measure them afterwards. But I want to draw geometry that I can snap to. These appear to be windows. And then I'm going to offset all those lines with thickness that we think an interior wall is. I'm going to pause here a second. So I'm picking up, SketchUp is not the best tool to draw line work in. So this is an approximation. It looks like that might be a rear door. We don't know for certain. So we're trying to establish where all the openings are, and I think I've done that. Let's offset those lines 6 inches. Move that line. This is offset these lines. Okay, you don't. This will be agony to watch me complete this, so I'm going to do this offline and then pick this back up when I'm done with this drawing. I'm continuing this drawing in Revit because it's pointless to try to finish it in SketchUp, so we might as well make this. You need a vector-based drawing, so I'm going to create a new project. And we can use this to construct a Revit model of that same ranch house. So I'm going to import the, from the insert menu, I'm going to import the image. Handouts. Come on. residential project. So we have plan. We're going to have to scale it. Select it. Resize. Measure something and then type in the dimension it's supposed to be. Here, 23.3 should be 30 feet. Now the image is the right size. And I'll draw lines, just 2D lines. Annotate, detail lines. I'm choosing the lines style because these lines are green and we'll be able to see what we're doing. "30 feet in that direction, 24 feet in this direction, 30, 30. Select those lines and offset them. 6 inches. Six. Continue to draw detail lines. Etc., etc. When I'm done with this, the beginning of lesson 4 will have a line drawing as a basis by which to continue. SketchUp model, and then in a separate set of lessons we'll continue in Revit. I'm going to save this out as File, Save As, Project, James Ranch, Revit.